There's a saying, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And from the outside looking in, you probably haven't seen much. Perhaps you've only heard of the cornfields and corn heads. Those are here, and here to stay. But look closer, and you'll discover where corn meets road is a group of people who make this place called Lincoln awesome. Here, strangers are welcomed as friends, and travelers are treated as locals. A place that when you leave is somehow unexpectedly on your mind. Like other growing cities, we've got it all. Award-winning local breweries, captivating museums, curated fine art, innovative cuisine, charming shops and boutiques, a rich tradition of sports, and a diverse selection of entertainment. Experience is what matters. And community, well, that's our pride and joy. It's why 297,622 people, and counting, call it home. So when you come to Lincoln and discover everything this big little town in the Midwest has to offer, remember, with every interaction, moment, and experience you have, don't just look. See.
Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. It's time to get out those flip-flops, shorts, and sun hats. Warm weather is here, and today's show offers plenty of ways to get out and enjoy the season, along with a few indoor opportunities as well. Jeff Mall from Visit Lincoln is here, and Jeff, happy Cinco de Mayo. We're taping May 5th.
Yeah, tacos. I mean, you're thinking Tico's tonight, right?
I'm going
I think
Tico's,
we're going to do it at home tonight, have some tacos and some fun food, and yeah, it's very festive in the community today.
I hope my friend made a reservation.
You know, there's going to be a lot of people there.
That's right. That's right. Every Mexican food place in town will be hopping
so
tonight.
Good.
So, all right. We have had a big week of events at the end of April, beginning of May. We want to start with a quick recap. First of all, it's been 2 days since the marathon, and the weather was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was amazing. 7,000 plus runners took to the streets of Lincoln. The Lincoln Chamber and Visit Lincoln, yours truly, we were working the 3-mile water station, and from elected officials to visitors from across the country and lots of great locals running. It was just such a perfect morning, and so good to see so many people and cheer them on, and it sounds like things went really well. And this community always does a great job of being some of the best resident cheerleaders along the entire route.
And my favorite pictures are those from Saturday, the mayor's run.
Oh, those kids and those parents, and mayor has a big role with that, and just a great event.
And you've done that a few times as well with your kids.
Yeah, that and the pumpkin run. I about bailed down a hill at Pioneers Park at the pumpkin run one year, but
yeah, now one of them is going to get married. They're going to be the father of the bride this summer. So
they grow up so quick. Thank you.
Did you go to Zach Bryan and get a little wet?
I did not. I was in Colorado that weekend. My son went and said it was a really good time despite the weather.
Yeah, it looked like they were having a great time. I saw the fireworks at 12:30, and it took me a little while to figure out what was going on.
Probably woke you from, you were sleeping, I hope, at that
Absolutely
point, right?
Absolutely not. It was a Saturday night. What do you think?
All hours. Yeah, it was actually the University of Nebraska's, probably next to Garth Brooks, their first big step into becoming a full-time or part-time concert venue. And this obviously wasn't the way the University of Nebraska wanted it to go with the weather, but I think they did a really good job of getting the word out, maybe a little bit better in the future. But again, you learn from these things. It's the adversity you don't have when you're an indoor facility like Tim Savona has. But yeah, first of many concerts to come at the university.
I'm blaming Ken Shimmick for retiring.
He probably would have called it or prevented it.
The Lead Center, we don't have any shows from the Lead Center to talk about, but they did announce their season, the full season for next year. Lots of exciting shows coming up. Richard Thomas is coming back. That's going to be exciting. And I'm going to Suffs tonight.
Very, very cool.
I'm so excited, yeah.
And the construction still is ongoing. It's not messing with too much of your ingress and egress. And of course, we were over there a couple months ago. and that was when construction
That's
just
right.
started. So sounds like things are going really well.
Yeah, sounds of jackhammers is what we hear, right?
We did.
We are going to get to some events, some coming up events.
We promise.
One more thing, and it's very, very important. We want to start our event section with our congratulations to Charlie Meyer. He is retiring from the Salt Dogs, the one and only president they've ever had.
Yeah, Charlie served an amazing amount of time with Nebco, 40 plus years, 45 plus years, and he was the one and only with the Lincoln Salt Dogs for the last 26 years of great baseball. The thing I love most about Charlie, and I will tell them when I get a chance to see him here soon, is he gave back to this community time and time again. He was great for youth sports. He was great professional sports, and probably the most sought after board member for a lot of nonprofit boards, because Charlie's just an amazing guy. His ability to connect and do what's right for community is something that's going to be pretty hard to replace over at Nebco and the Salt Dogs. But Shane Tritz is in the role over there as general manager of the Salt Dogs and doing a great job.
Oh, I met Charlie 35 years ago at Leadership Lincoln.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I knew him before he was super famous.
Couple youngins.
Yeah, and what is it Charlie always says? What's the best thing that happened to you today?
You called and left a message for him. That's what you would hear.
That's right. Usually it was getting a message from Charlie.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we're going to move right into the Salt Dogs now as they start their season with the home opener is May 15th, and the Canaries are coming.
Yeah, 25th anniversary of the Lincoln Salt Dogs, and their season will kick off May 15th, 16th, and 17th with the Sioux Falls Canaries, Sioux City Explorers, Kansas City Monarchs, Lake Country Dockhounds, and the Sioux Falls Canaries. Of course, Fireworks Fridays, lots of great annual giveaways, food specials, drink specials, and of course, great area for the kids to play at the ballpark.
Let's go Dogs.
Let's do it.
All right. We do want to also talk about a big baseball event coming to Lincoln. The Savannah Bananas are making their first trip to Lincoln. Unfortunately, both of their events are sold out, but we do want to just kind of talk about how cool this is for Lincoln. And if you didn't get a ticket this time, it was sellouts. Hopefully they'll come back.
Yeah, we were part of the team that actually bid on bringing this event to the University of Nebraska and Haymarket Park. We worked with the athletic department, put together a successful bid, and this event, these people that are the Savannah Bananas are selling out everywhere they go. They played to 100,000 people at Texas A&M this last weekend in a football stadium. So it was the first chance to see kind of how a baseball field's going to set in a football field.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's theatrical. It's humorous. Great baseball players, great athletes,
And
players on stilts.
And they have their own rules. One of them is that if a fan catches a foul ball, it counts as an out.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have their gloves out, that's for sure.
And I think we have a couple former Huskers that are playing for
Oh,
the
fun.
Savannah Bananas as well.
Oh, fun.
Homecoming of sorts.
We also want to remind you it is sold out, and if you find any tickets on a resale site, you do need to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
We don't want you to lose some money on a ticket that doesn't exist.
That will be the start of what I think is probably going to be one of the biggest tourism years that I have ever seen in my 24 years. Between
Wow.
the end of May, June, and July, we have so much coming into this community that our hotels are going to be full, retail is going to be clicking, and it's going to be an opportunity for us to again show off what a great destination we have in Lincoln.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to move right into comedy then at the Howler Comedy Club. They're having several acts coming up May 15th, 17th, 23rd, and June 12th is going to be Vinny the Dancing Ump Chapman from the Savannah Bananas. So he's going to do a little show at the Howler while he's here.
David Kishner kicking things off on May 15th as a comedic actor. He's done a lot of great things. He gained major recognition as the Champ Kid in The Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, and appeared in movies like The Office, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Howler Comedy, brand new name, brand new venue, should be a lot of fun.
That's right. We do also want to mention the Zoo Bar does have comedy on some Sunday nights. So if you like stand-up comedy, we've got a couple of venues in town that are offering some great shows. All right. This would be really humorous if I played. James Arthur Vineyards presents the Cornhole Challenge. Anything that involves throwing,
It's
I'm
not
hopeless.
hard.
I know it's not hard, but I'm terrible at it.
So you could do it. Don't say it's impossible. You could do
I
this.
have occasionally gotten the little bean bag into the hole, but
Well,
not very often.
You could compete in this multi-team tourney with 3 games guaranteed. Registration includes first glass of wine, cider or beer for each team member, 2-person teams aged 21 and older for the Uncorked Festival and Cornhole Challenge at JAV.
Right. The only thing probably I do worse than cornhole is juggling. So, if you'd like to see some people who can actually juggle, you want to head to Lux Middle School, and you can even try it yourself.
Yeah, their school indoor multi-purpose facility. They'll have a large space and a stage, welcoming atmosphere, juggling lessons for beginners, a public juggling show, workshops, and a raffle. Diane, all skill levels are welcome.
Not mine. I would probably injure someone. And we do want to mention their website, which is hilarious, underthecouch.com. It's where everything ends up. All right, now we're getting into theater, which is more my forte. Lincoln Community Playhouse is presenting its 12th Penguin Project production. This is an opportunity for children with disabilities to have their moment in the spotlight.
Yeah, the stories of Princess Anna and Elsa, who discover their hidden potential and the powerful bond of sisterhood. Love the Penguin Project, 12 amazing years. Lincoln Community Playhouse, must-see event.
We do want to mention, if you want to support the Penguin Project and the Playhouse, you can party with the Penguins. That's coming up June 11th. At the Playhouse, it's a fundraiser with appetizers, raffle auction, and a special performance of Frozen. So get your tickets now for that fun event. Okay, Chicago is coming to Lincoln.
Chicago's coming into the theater in Lincoln, set in the 1920s. Two of the Cook County Jail's most notorious murderesses, vaudeville star Velma Kelly and the chorus girl gone wrong, Roxy Hart, become fierce rivals as they compete for headlines and the skills of a sleek lawyer, Billy Flynn, who was able to turn each crime into a smokescreen of sensational headlines. Chicago, Tada Theater, Bob Rook, intimate atmosphere for production. Should be a lot of fun.
And all that jazz.
Yes.
All right,
Bingo.
TadaTheater.info. The big summer concert series of the summer is coming back, Jazz in June, and we are so lucky. For the 35th year, we've got 5 Tuesdays.
5 Tuesdays this summer, kicking things off on June 2nd, then the 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Don't forget the 5 p.m. food festival, 7 p.m. live music at the Sheldon Sculpture Garden. Excuse me. Do you have a favorite right here? There's a lot of good talent coming in.
Oh, I do love Jackie Allen and Hans Sturm.
Yeah,
They're fabulous.
yeah.
Jackie is a fabulous jazz singer. Josh Hoyer, always great. It was fun to see
Great
him on
name.
O Street the other
Yes.
night. I do want to mention Tammy McCann is going to sing music from the legendary Ladies of Jazz.
Oh,
And the Downtown Collective is going to be doing a tribute to Stevie Wonder. So lots of special fun. You can pick up some food at the food trucks and have a great time in the Sculpture Garden.
how was just hanging out on O Street, by the way?
It was bizarre. I'm enjoying a beverage. I made sure I was in the middle of the street.
Right.
And everybody was having such a good time. And I saw lots of city folks there
Yeah.
having fun as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
it was really cool.
Good.
Very cool.
Project O Street, Lincoln on the Move. So many great things happening with our roads department. Please be patient and just
Yes.
follow the city's website because it's just going to work its way to the west. And in the end, it's going to be amazing.
And make sure you patronize all those businesses. They are open and there are ways to get there.
PETA and Non appreciated the business that night.
I bet.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and so did some of the bars around
Oh, yeah.
there.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was fun. It was a great event. Okay, if you are a fan of barbershop, the Lincoln Continentals is presenting its spring show, Humor, Harmony, and Broadway.
Yeah, come check out the Lincoln Continentals for a Continental Cabaret. More info on Lincoln Continental's Facebook site if you want more information.
And we've been talking about the Nebraska Jazz Orchestra's 50-year anniversary all year, and their final concert of the season is coming up. They've been going by decades, and they have finally reached current times.
Yes, very cool. Over 160 musicians have performed with the NJO during the past 49 years. 2 have been there since the beginning. Should be a lot of great artists featured, including Kelly Rawson, James Valentine, David Sharp, and Pangea.
Yes, those are some of the artists who played
Yeah,
with NJO.
over the years.
They also did concerts with the lead with Doc Severinsen and Paul Schaefer.
Yeah.
So NJO is definitely a great institution in this town, and on to another 50 years. Okay, Nebraska Trumpet Ensemble is also wrapping up its season, and I'm going to let you handle the title of this concert. It's pretty fun.
8 is enough to wake the neighborhood. Music for 8 trumpets.
It's going to be loud.
That's going to be really cool.
That is at Our Savior's Lutheran Church, and you can find out about the trumpet ensemble at artsincorporated.org. They are the management company for a lot of great organizations in our town. We have a last chance feature now. Of course, Charles and Camilla recently paid the U.S. a visit, and the Quilt Museum has an interesting event featuring the Monarchy, kind of a combo mashup, Crown and Stage.
Yeah, the Monarchy and Shakespeare in Quilts through May 30th at the International Quilt Museum, 33rd in Holdridge. Opportunity to enjoy this exhibition featuring quilts honoring British queens, Shakespeare's words, and stitched into fabric, and contemporary objects that reinterpret these icons. Together they trace how things have gone with the monarchy in theater and how that enters into everyday life.
The Monarchy is kind of theater.
It
when
is.
you think about
it is.
Yeah,
It is.
because they have costumes and
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you go to the Quilt Museum, don't forget you have the UNL Dairy Store within about 3 minutes of a walk across the street.
That's right.
Treat yourself.
Okay. All right. We're going to go now to the parade that's not a parade, the Parade of Homes.
Discover innovating design and connect with the builders behind the work. Download the official Lincoln, Nebraska Parade of Homes app to browse homes.
Cool.
Some of your favorites, get directions and access the official guidebook. Great opportunity to see what kind of things are being done in new construction, interior design, landscaping on the outside. It's just a great opportunity to dream a little dream.
That phrase, Parade of Homes, really confused me as a child.
Could you just see homes in a parade?
Yeah.
Huh.
Of course, that doesn't happen. So.
It doesn't. It's not confuse people.
There's more fun being cooked up at the Camp Creek Threshers site. They're having their annual swap meet. We've got breakfast and shopping and lots of treasure hunting.
Yeah, free admission, should be a lot of fun. CampCreekThreshers.org or ccthreshers.org.
Okay, more shopping opportunities. We've got 3 farmers markets now up and going. Of course, the Sunday one at College View was the first one to open. Then we've got the big one at the historic Haymarket, and I hear this one's expanded this year to Canopy Street.
It has,
so
yep.
bigger and better than ever. And then the Hub Farmers Market starts tomorrow. Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
Yep, starts
May 6th.
tomorrow, and Haymarket Farmers Market's kicked off, so is College View, and crowds have been great, but always room for more people to enjoy some great local pastries and everything else.
That's right. The 4th annual Fallbrook Festival is another opportunity to get outside and have some fun. They've got live music by Lemon Fresh Day and Kids Zone, wine tasting, lots of fun.
The music of Lemon Fresh Day is refreshing, is what I hear.
Lemony.
Yes, yes.
Now, this is the first of 2 festivals. Fallbrook also hosts another festival in the fall. So, there you go. All right. Havelock is having its big block party. Rock the block.
Yay for Havelock. During the day, explore the vendor market and Kids Zone featuring local businesses, activities, and entertainment for all ages. Grab food, walk the street, and enjoy everything Havelock has to offer. Some great new coffee shops in Havelock right now as well. So
It's a really fun area.
had a chance to meet some clients up there, and a lot of people hadn't been to Havelock for years, and it's just such a great, welcoming, and warm community in Northeast Lincoln.
So they're going to have lots of stuff during the day, then the street dance at night. But you can kick things off in the morning with the Havelock Charity Run, starting at 7:30 a.m. You think you could go from 7:30 a.m. to midnight?
No. No. Grab your tennis shoes and head over to Havelock neighborhood for this race at 7:30 a.m. It is an annual tradition, part of the running series. A lot of it's affiliated with the Lincoln Track Club.
Okay, there's another walk at Holmes Lake on May 16th. This is called Will's Walk, and it is all about raising awareness for mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Diane, in addition to the walk, you can enjoy face painting, balloon twisting, Domestipups, henna, and more. At 2 p.m., the 2.3-mile walker on Holmes Lake will feature signs of encouragement as well as signs of remembrance for those that have lost the battle with mental awareness. Great setting, great awareness piece. Please get involved with it if you can.
And where there's a will foundation.org is the place to check that out. The annual Hop, Skip, Jump, and Run is coming up at Antelope Park then on June 5th.
Benefit of the SKIP program, which is the School Community Intervention and Prevention Program. Lincoln's Medical Educational Partnership is big time behind this event. There will be a family-friendly booth. Participation in the event and fun run is free, but a pre-registration is required. SCIPnebraska.com.
Okay, Speedway is having a big event in connection with Wheel Hub magazine. They're going to have some really cool hot rods out there. This is your thing.
This is a big deal. I actually just talked to Kevin Sander with the museum yesterday, and he talked about probably 300 or 400 of the best cars as part of the Wheel Hub magazine publication from across the country. But I think last year they had over 1,000 cars converge onto the campus itself. So I want to remind people that Friday, a lot of the cars will be in town, maybe even on Thursday night. Friday, they're going to drive from Museum of American Speed up to Omaha. It's kind of a road test of sorts. They're going to hang out in Omaha for most of the day, come back that night. The big day is on Saturdays, so head on out to the car show, enjoy a donut, enjoy some coffee, just enjoy some amazing paint and passion. And just, I challenge you just to talk to people about the history of the car while you're there. Where did it come from? Is it a family car? Did you find it in a field? What was the process like of getting it to where it is today? Because there's a ton of pride that goes into these cars.
They're beautiful.
This is a
They
big,
they
this
really
is a
are
big
works
deal.
of art.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, we're going to do our dog segment now. We've got Wine and Howl at Deer Springs Winery. Fun-filled weekend with your furry friends.
Yeah, bring a blanket, lawn chair, and your favorite pet, and join them for an afternoon of dogs, food, wine, and music. Deer Springs Winery in East Lincoln.
And the Nebraska Platte Valley Kennel Club Dog Show is coming up at Sand Hills, and this is free for spectators.
Sand Hills Global Event Center, 84th and Havelock, free to spectators. Should be a great AKC or a Platte Valley Kennel Club Dog Show.
All right. Did you notice anything missing this month? I didn't once talk about birds.
Yeah, we talked about food. We didn't
talked
talk about
food.
birds this time.
Didn't talk about, but
Is there time?
I have something else flying. It is the world's largest American flag. And now for something completely different, you can head out to Sand Hills Global and, help display this flag, American flag, 3,000 pounds of flag. They need 650 people to get this whole thing out.
Yeah, amazing transition, by the way, to flying flag. I love that, by the way. They need volunteers. The organizer himself, he's a great guy. He does this across the country. He really needs volunteers to help make this event happen. They're actually going to unfurl the flag before they unfurl the flag. So they're going to do a practice run with 650 volunteers.
Wow.
So don't think you're just going to roll out there and say, all right, start pulling and going one way or the other. A lot of training goes into this, but it's a powerful hands-on tribute to our nation and those who have served. The evening will also feature a great drone show by Fantasy Drones, along with entertainment, food, drinks, and family-friendly activities throughout the grounds. It's going to be a great setting. Sand Hills Global Event Center, 7 to 10 on Sunday, May 24th. And again, we need volunteers.
And it's a great way to celebrate Memorial Day weekend in a meaningful way.
It's going to be special. And I
Yes.
think the drones, I think the imagery that's going to come from this will be something that people look back on.
Yes. All right. Have we done this before?
No,
ever
this is
been-
brand new.
Brand
Yeah,
new.
Brand new event. Yep.
Okay, cool. So it is completely different.
It is.
For once, I told the truth. Tell us where we can find out more about all these great events and more.
Website, lincoln.org. We have a mobile app. Lots of great ways to get a hold of us. Our visitor center's at 7th and P. Of course, we have a office with the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce at 1128 Lincoln Mall. Come see us. Come ask us for some great things to do in the community, because there's never a shortage of things to do in Lincoln.
And you're open during the farmers market down there too, right?
We are. I think we saw maybe 75 to 80 people come through and see us, which is kind of rare. Most people are
Yeah.
down there to shop, and I think some people were just curious as to what we do and looking for things to do.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Jeff.
Diane.
It is a big summer for summer music series, and several of the big ones are kicking off, including the Foundation Garden Performance Season and Live at Telegraph. We're going to run a whole list during the break, and then Tim Savona joins us from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Out and About, and Tim Savona joins us now. He's the general manager of Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl. And we're going to start out of doors today. Pinewood Bowl season is getting ready to kick off.
That's right, and it makes sense to do that. Here we are in May. The weather's finally turning for the good. Hopefully it's going to stick there, and we're going to be done with all the frost. And so much to look forward to at Pinewood. As we record this, we're just about 2.5 weeks away from the season opener. So really looking forward to that. I know our team is thrilled to get out there again. It's something they look forward to every year to kind of change up the pace.
And you're starting with the back-to-back.
Yeah, 2 in a row. We're going to do Brantley Gilbert with Aaron Lewis on Saturday, May 23rd. It's a great show. It's a country rock show. I think it's a really exciting performance to have at Pinewood. It's a little bit more mainstream than sometimes happens, but just 2 really well-known, well-renowned artists, and it's an exciting kickoff.
And then the very next night is Styx.
Styx with Cheap Trick the very next night, yes. May 24th. It's a Sunday, but there's no work on Monday. So it's basically like a Saturday. It's a co-bill, classic rock, pop rock, just many years of greatness with these bands, tons of hits. There's songs that, many people grew up with, generational, kind of passed down along the way. Styx has been here a bunch, but it's because they're just so good, so loved, and people come out year after year, and it's a great, great way to have them.
I read an interesting column the other day about how the music of the 60s, 70s, early 80s never goes out of style.
Yeah, it doesn't. It won't go away.
Are listening to the songs we listen to.
I agree. We talk about that a lot, and I guess some of it has remained to be seen. Like what is the staying power of the music of the 90s long term? I guess it's a little different because we're only 30 years into that but it feels very much to me like, to your point, those 60s, 70s, and 80s are just the stuff that won't go away.
Yeah.
And in all the nicest ways, right? It's just powerful.
Yes.
It's recognizable. It's just everybody loves it.
That's right. Even disco.
Even disco.
Let's see, June 19th then, Alison Krauss and Union Station. This is one of 3 shows I have tickets for. I'm going to a third of the shows this year.
Look at you,
Yay.
super fan. We appreciate that very much. Alison Krauss, Union Station, June 19th. Bluegrass country combo. A little bit of folk, obviously, in there as well. And just a legend. I mean, she's a legend. She's a trailblazer. And we've been grateful to have her in the past before in different regards. And here she is again, and it'll be awesome.
The concert with Robert Plant was pretty special.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Okay, June. This is another back-to-back, June 20th. 38 special in Kansas.
Yeah, some good bookings here with our booking department going back-to-back nights like that. Not that we can control it, but Saturday, June 20th, 38 special with Kansas. Yes, another co-bill, some more classic rock, some arena rock staples. These bands have been featured in so many movie soundtracks over the years. Truly a definition of you're going to know every song. We have a lot of that this year. I think a lot of it is what makes it so fun to go to shows. You know them, you can relate to them. Of course, there's the newness effect that occurs in different regards, but these just kind of throwback legendary staples are can't miss opportunities.
Well, then there's a July break. That is for the Pinewood Bowl musical.
Yep.
That's put on by the local group for many, many years. Yep. Then we kick back up in August with the Black Crowes for the very first weekend.
Yeah, shout out to the musical. They do such a fine job year in and year
out.
The Black Crowes will bring us back in August 4th. Get a little Southern rock and blues rock here. They're soulful. They're fantastic. I think, for me personally, this is one of the highlights of the summer. Special guest South Hall on that show. But yeah, it's just kind of something that is an eclectic kind of fit in our eclectic space. So I think it'll be a can't miss one.
That's the first of 4 shows in August. The next one is the 13th with Foreigner, another band where you know all the songs.
That's right, yeah, and they know that. That's why they put all the names of the songs there on the advertisement. But yeah, more classic rock. They never played Pinewood Bowl before. Super popular, audience demand. It's when you know the songs and you grew up on it. Again, we have a lot of that nostalgia this year, and I think it's going to suit well for us. I mean, ticket sales are reflecting as such, so we'll see where we land.
All right, my second concert of the year, unless I decide to go to all of them, Joe Bonamassa and Government Mule on the 16th.
Yeah, this is a neat one. Joe Bonamassa's been out there before. It's been a while. I don't know if Government Mule has. They could have been. I'm not certain. But yeah, you have some blues rock, You know, a blues titan in Joe Bonamassa. Really bridges the rock and the blues kind of genres, and another kind of like fun, exciting. You know, I think this is a neat marriage of a show. Like these two bands together makes it kind of a 1 + 1 = 4 scenario.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this show. It's going to be a good one.
All right. On August 21st, we're going to have some comedy at the Bowl. It always works so well out there. This is John Mulaney, and his special guest is Mike Birbiglia.
That's right, and I believe there's another one to be announced soon, so we'll hopefully see that come out soon. But you know, John Mulaney, just a hugely popular comedian. He sold out Wrigley Field maybe twice,
Wow.
but definitely once. It's a special occurrence at Pinewood Bowl. This is kind of an underplay moment, opportunity to see somebody in the mainstream on a big scale performing in kind of an intimate, unique space. Anytime you can get that combination, it's special, it's memorable, and kind of create those have-to-be-there moments. And I think that's what we have here. So, yeah, definitely get your tickets to that show. And I think you'll be seeing and hearing a lot about John Mulaney for a while.
Seems like one of those people it'd be fun to have coffee with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, then the season may or may not wrap up September 4th with Ty Myers.
Yeah, Ty Myers, Texas country, some red dirt. He's a big up-and-coming artist. You know, I think this is a don't miss, so you can say that you'll see him on a bigger stage soon. So check him out. He's been in the scene for a while, but he's really growing at a rapid pace. And it wouldn't surprise me, you know, 2, 3, 4 years from now, you're seeing him headline, you know, large arenas and things of that sort. So
Like Pinnacle.
like PBA, yeah, hopefully. So again, you can get a chance to see them in their kind of up and coming kind of period and reflect down the road later. I think that's really what you have here. Great artist.
Okay, let's go indoors now to Pinnacle Bank Arena, and this is graduation time.
Graduations, you know, we have done so much private and community-centric events over the last 60 days, and well, the last 30 and the next 30. Graduations, we host 14 different graduation ceremonies at PBA.
Starting tonight, right?
Starting
May 5th?
tonight as we film here, yeah, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. You know, dating back, we've had a lot of companies using this space for private functions and employee, you know, recognitions or board meetings or you name it. So there's always quite a bit of an activity going on. Of course, we're just coming off of Monster Jam, so
Yeah, that's right. That's
huge
right.
shout out to our incredible team getting all that dirt out of there and cleaned up. For the people coming to graduation will have no idea it ever happened, I promise.
Well,
you.
no, you don't want to get dirt on those graduation
No,
gowns.
yeah, not
though.
at all. But yeah, mixed into the graduations, we'll do the Spring Brawl on May 15th. This is an annual event we do with a local promoter. It's actually biannual. We do one in the spring, we do one in the winter. Just a really great partnership that's gone on for many, many years. They do both pro and amateur events on the card. I've seen them do kind of like a youth wrestling bout with some highlighted individuals, and then all the way up to like pro fights that involve money. So just a lot of variety in there, a lot of local exposure, local talent occurring. Kind of like something different, something fun.
All right. Journey was going to be here April 9th. They had to postpone that, but the new date is July 6th.
Yeah, we're very grateful to have a rescheduled date. You know, things happen on the road. They were ill. They had to postpone our show and Des Moines, unfortunately. But, you know, you're routed. They're going west. They're going east. So where do you fit in? And in this case, they threw us onto the backside, which was, you know, just, again, tremendously grateful to have them coming around. We just have to wait a little bit longer. But again, a legendary band, been here obviously a few times. They're coming back because they're known, they're loved, and they have a lot of pulling power.
Absolutely. Okay, Treaty Oak Revival is coming July 11th. How's that one selling?
It's selling really well. It's a Saturday night in July. These guys are Southern rock, red dirt kind of style. They're fun, high energy shows. They've been out there in the social media circuits. They have a couple songs that the crowd gets really hyped up and excited about at different moments. But yeah, they've been on a kind of a trajectory that's significant, and it's not stopping. So it's good timing for us to get that show. I think their ticket sales are good. They're going to end up pretty close to gone.
We're going to take a break from the music then, July 15th, with the Dude Perfect Squad Games Tour. This does sound like a lot of fun. These guys are kind of popular on the internet.
Yeah, they've had some really good staying power. You know, they're comedy, they're family friendly. They do a lot of trick shot stuff. They do a lot of battles. In this tour here, the Squad Games Tour, they're kind of going up against an opponent or they're going to have competitions with, different battle zones and trick shots. They're on YouTube all the time. My kids love them. They watch them a lot. But their battle is going to be with the Savannah Bananas.
Oh,
So that's
my
the special
goodness.
guest that's taking place with Dude Perfect. So they'll be all out there doing their thing, but the special guests involved with the show will be members of the Savannah Bananas.
And the Savannah Bananas are kind of taking over Lincoln
They're
for a
everywhere.
few days.
They're
'Cause,
everywhere.
Jeff and I talked about them last segment.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, they're on TV now. I mean, they're real deal.
Dude Perfect with Savannah Bananas.
Home
Whoa.
run combo.
It is. Well, do they do baseball here?
Maybe.
All right. Okay, back to music then. July 26th with a huge show, Megan Maroney.
Yeah, this is a huge show. I mean, I'm telling you, there's less than like 300 tickets available. So if you're out there looking or you're pondering buying, get in, get what you can now. They're basically, I mean, they're hard to find. They're not gone, but they're basically gone. She's just having a dynamite year. This is going to be one of the tours that is talked about at the awards shows and things of that sort. I think no doubt you'll see her name listed a lot on those awards shows. Really excited for Lincoln and our venue to be hosting this in July. Big year for female artists. Big year.
We mentioned this with the Savannah Bananas, but also I'm sure you run up against this being careful of resale sites
Yeah.
for tickets, especially for a show like Megan Maroney that's almost sold out.
Yeah, that comes up a lot with content of all types. And we try to just continue to pound into people's minds is like, go to the venue's official website, be weary of what you're buying. Look for the fine print at the top of the site that says this is a ticket resale site or a ticket broker. A lot of those disclaimers exist. Do not click the first thing you see when you Google, because that may or may not be accurate.
That's right.
So yeah, go to a trusted source. It could even be a radio station in town if you're, if you really follow somebody closely on a radio station. They usually have the accurate links from their pages. But the safest thing to do is go to the venue's official website and get clicked on from there, as it relates to locality. But yeah, there's a lot of that out there. Be wary, be careful. Sometimes it works, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
You could very well be selling your tickets because you're ill, and it's all in good, conscience. But you just never know, and sometimes you pay a premium for that. You just, be wary.
Okay,
Buyer
let's talk about fun stuff again and not
Thank
scams.
you.
Okay, we're going to have a couple of huge country shows coming up in October and November.
Yeah, Chris Stapleton, October 7th, a legend. First time here with us since
Really?
2021.
Wow.
So it's been a while. Nikki Lane, the special guest, incredible artist there. Stapleton again. This is going to sell out. There's a handful of tickets left. It's not quite as dire as Megan's situation, but it's still incredibly strong. Don't wait. Don't sleep on it. Get them so you feel good about having them. Again, another person that year after year is on those awards shows, and you will continue to see.
And the Zach Brown Band then is right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Zach Brown Band, Thursday, November 19th. Country, Southern rock, just coming off of a huge Sphere residency. These guys love coming to Lincoln. We're really grateful for that. They love the building. They love the way it sets up and feels for them. Zach's been around a bit, different phases of music, all has been very well received. It's been a long time since he's been here. Kind of took a break for a while, so very grateful to be able to have the chance to host this.
Now, PBA has done a great job with having some fabulous Christmas shows, and this year, a new show, Christmas Together, with Amy Grant, Michael W. Smith, and CeCe Winans. That's a big show.
Yeah, Saturday, December 5th. You have three legends together celebrating, the holidays and getting everybody into the holiday spirit. Really exciting to host these folks, and love when we can put a holiday show during the holidays. Sometimes it's easier to do than other times. In this case, we're just very grateful that it landed this way and get to have them. But yeah, I mean, you don't have just one, you have three, superstars in the space. So.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea for a Christmas present if you want to get
That's
started
right, yep.
super early.
Yep.
Like
it's family-friendly
months early.
type
There
of
you go.
environment. Yeah, bring everybody, bring all of them.
Now, you mentioned you have a lot of things cooking, but you can't really tell me, right?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. But
That's
I do
okay.
believe that we will see quite a bit of PBI activity over the next 30, 45 days. So
Okay.
throughout the month of May and then throughout the month of June, there's a lot of stuff kind of penciled in the fall. So fingers crossed we see it launch here pretty soon.
I trust you as a reliable source. All right, PinewoodBowlTheater.com and PinnacleBankArena.com are the websites to go for more information, and have a lot of fun with those graduations. I know you've done them for a long time. They always run extremely smoothly.
Well, a lot of good people that make it happen, but they're great ways to celebrate milestone achievements for people and create lifelong memories.
And
That's what it's all about.
congratulations to all those grads.
Absolutely,
All
congrats.
right. That is all for today's show. I again want to thank Jeff and Tim for joining me. As usual, we invite you to stay tuned. We're going to run a list of all the events that we talked about. We're going to run that list again right after the show. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about.
There's a saying, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And from the outside looking in, you probably haven't seen much. Perhaps you've only heard of the cornfields and corn heads. Those are here, and here to stay. But look closer, and you'll discover where corn meets road is a group of people who make this place called Lincoln awesome. Here, strangers are welcomed as friends, and travelers are treated as locals. A place that when you leave is somehow unexpectedly on your mind. Like other growing cities, we've got it all. Award-winning local breweries, captivating museums, curated fine art, innovative cuisine, charming shops and boutiques, a rich tradition of sports, and a diverse selection of entertainment. Experience is what matters. And community, well, that's our pride and joy. It's why 297,622 people, and counting, call it home. So when you come to Lincoln and discover everything this big little town in the Midwest has to offer, remember, with every interaction, moment, and experience you have, don't just look. See.